Hi friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with C6 Stitch, and today is actually Sunday, August 22nd, 2021. I'm sorry I wasn't able to film yesterday. I just had a lot of errands to run, got my hair cut, I ran a bunch of errands, and I needed to finish a piece. I needed just a few more hours to finish up a piece, and I thought I'd rather finish that and record a day late than record first, finish it, and then wait a week. As you can tell from the title, I have exciting news to share. And if you're in any of the Facebook groups, C6 Stitch, Friends of Hakran Hollow, Garan, any of those groups, you have already seen it. And I bet you can guess from the title as well. But let's get into it. I haven't had a chance to reply to comments yet on my last video, so I will certainly get to that. Hopefully this week. This coming week, I'm back in the office full time, for real this time. We have a lot of in-person things happening this week, and the students start next week. So it'll be a very busy transition time, but that's okay. So it's just kind of getting prepared and all that. Exciting news. So for my craft room, as many of you know who've been following along, IKEA is out of stock of many of the items that I want to use for my craft room. And piece by piece, it's starting to come together. I went and picked up a nightstand that I'm going to use as a printer stand because it has 3 drawers, and I figured that would be good to store all my mailing stuff in it. So I ordered that, and I was able to pick it up from the store. And then the cabinets that I want to use, they're like bookshelves, but they have drawers on the bottom, and then glass cabinets, glass doors on the top part. They were in stock finally, and they are being delivered today between 11 and 3 p.m. So I am kind of looking out at the window to make sure I don't miss the delivery truck. So that's super exciting. So that's I'm still waiting on the desks to come in, and then that room will be done. I mean, nothing's unpacked yet, but once these cabinets get in, these bookshelves, and I'm able to put them together and get unpacked, that will be done. But I'm not going to do a video craft room tour yet until I get it as set up as I want it to. So, but that's very exciting. So I'm very, very glad that those were in. So that's good. It's been a good week. And we are looking forward to being back on campus next week. I think I've seen a lot of emails going around with the faculty that there's some nerves, of course, as is understandable. We will be wearing masks. Our state has a mask mandate, so you have to wear a mask anywhere that you go, indoors anyway. So we will be wearing masks at work and when teaching, as will the students. So we hope we have a really good year and that we can stay in person. All right, let's get into it. So before I talk about my finish, I'm going to talk about my WIP. So this was my Sunday spin from last week, and this is City Sidewalks by Glendon Place, Cheryl. And I love this. I love this piece so much. This is from the 2018 issue of Just Cross Stitch Christmas Ornament magazine. This is what it will look like. And my goal on this piece for the year was just to finish these 3 center buildings. That's all I plan to do, which I did do. And that means, so next year my goal will be to finish the piece, which will just mean these 2 end buildings, there's a bunch of snowflakes and the words. And then it will be done. So I am stitching this on a 14 count Aida, and I think it's called Blue Blizzard. It's an opalescent Aida. I don't know if you can see the sparkle a little bit. It's quite sparkly in person. So this is where I'm at. So far I have put a total of 11 and a quarter hours into this work. And there you go. This tree is missing a bunch of beads, which I'll do at the very end. But so this I finished up. This finishes the goal for the year. So this will go away until next year. And there you go. So I'm happy with that. I love Silver Bells is one of my favorite Christmas songs. So I like that. I think it's a little big for an ornament on a tree, but I'm thinking of making it so that I can hang it on a doorknob at the holidays. So that is city sidewalks. So I got my goal done on that for this year. So now the big finish, the big hurrah is spring at Hawk Run Hollow is officially done. I finished block 12 and then I moved on. If you remember, I didn't bring it. I quickly put everything away last night, so I don't have it. But at the top, I'll just show you. So I have it rolled up here. But we'll take a look at it. It's kind of hard to see. This banner, I had to go back and stitch this banner. I left it blank when I did the top border here. It's supposed to say Hawk Run Hollow. But I thought it would be a really good place to put my initials and the year that I finished it. So that is what I did. I just recharted it and kind of had to play with the how the words were spread out, the formatting, I guess. And there you go. And so I have a video I'm going to put in as well that shows the whole piece kind of from a distance. But first, before I put that video in, I'll just show you block by block. It's just really hard to, it's such a long piece. So here, before I do that, I'm all over the place. So block 12, let's just look at block 12. Because that's the one we finished, is this one. And it says, "Arise, my love, my fair one, come away." And the hot air balloon over here. This block took me 35 hours to do in total. So that was kind of a longer one, but it's almost completely full coverage here. So this piece, so in total, it took me 380 hours to do the entire piece. If I were to spend 24 hours a day, nonstop working on it, it would have taken me 16 days to do. The block that took me the longest was number 1 right here, this first block. I think I had to frog a bunch of the brick. I'm not sure if I got all the brick in or most of it in and then had to frog it out. So this block actually took me 46 hours to do, which is a lot for one block. And this block isn't even full coverage. And then the shortest block was 2, 3, 4, 5. Was a tie for this block because it's mostly words. So this block took me 17 hours. The time of singing has come, and the voice of the turtle dove is heard in our land. That one only took me 17 hours. The other one that took me 17 hours was block 11, which is this one of the kids swinging here. One right there. That one also took me 17 hours. My favorite block changes. It changes every time I look at this. I love this one with the church in the background and the bonnets flying away. I really like that one. As I said when I was stitching this one reminds me of Nebraska, where I grew up, just planting the seeds. I love the one swinging. So my favorite block just kind of changes. But I will insert the video here while I roll up this piece. I will insert the video of me kind of taking it with my camera so that you can get a look at it.
All right, here is spring at Hawk Run Hollow. Just finished Saturday evening. This piece here I stitched last. This was supposed to say Hawk Run Hollow, but I changed it to my name and the year I finished. And it is completely done. These will be tightened once it's on a frame, so those will be okay. Yeah, it was a super fun stitch. It took a really long time. Jack agrees. I just took it off the Q snaps, so I haven't had a chance to iron it or pull all the cat hair out of it. But this is what she looks like. Done.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed that kind of overview of the piece so you can kind of get an idea of how big it is. I stitched mine 2/2 on 32 count Vanilla Latte by Bestitch Me. It is the same fabric I'm using for all my Hawk Run Hollow, or yes, all my Hawk Run Hollows I think are on that one. It's a very versatile piece. So yeah, so Spring at Hawk Run Hollow is officially done. That was my big goal for the year, and I'm so glad to have finished that in August. This was a Mania 2020 start, so it took me a little over a year. There were a couple months, I think, where I didn't get a full block done, and then there were a couple months where I got a couple blocks done. So it kind of evened out. Started it last May, finished it August this year. So I'm thrilled. I'm very, very happy. I need to get an ironing board. I have an iron to iron the piece and then take it in to frame it. I still have to get Harbor Haven framed. So, you know, kind of things are, once I get a little more settled, I think I'll be able to take those in and get them framed. So that's exciting that I'll have it to hang on my wall for spring. So I'm excited about that. Okay, a little bit of haul. So first up, I got my Color and Cotton. This is the August 2021 Fabric of the Month. This is called Oatmeal, and I get the 32 count Lugana. This is a pretty good, it's kind of like a oatmeal. I was going to say, it's kind of like an oatmeal colored. It's a little bit darker than it's showing up on camera, but it's a good neutral. I'm in the neutrals. I get a 17 by 26 inch piece. So I'll add this to my stash. I'll be thrilled to have that. And then the other thing that came in is I'm a member of the Rogue Stitching Fabric of the Month Club. And this is a fabric. I also get the 32 count 17 by 27 inch piece. This is called Pumpkin King, and this is by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. And so I haven't even pulled it out. Look at this. Look at this. So this club I'm in because it kind of pushes me outside of my comfort zone. It pushes me away from the neutrals a bit. And so this is good. So that will be fun. I mean, this is definitely good for Halloween stitching of some sort. So I'm excited about that. That came, and I will add that to my stash as well, such as it is. Then I went to Acorns yesterday and picked up a couple gifts for friends and whatnot, but I also picked up this fabric. So this is a 28 count casual linen and smoky pearl, and it's a long banner piece, and it is for the Victoria Sampler Happy New Year, which I bought last time I was at Acorns, and I have the thread pack and everything. But I want to start. This is going to be my New Year's Eve, New Year's Day start. So I wanted to make sure I had the fabric while I was there, and I have a coupon book that gives you a certain % off every time you. Well, depends on the month. So every month they have a different coupon. Sometimes it's for threads, sometimes it's for fabric, sometimes it's for your whole order. It just depends. So I got a discount on it. So I figured, why not just go ahead and purchase it? So I did. So that is ready to start on New Year's Eve, which will be fun. Okay, the other big thing that I got is, I should probably hide my address here, but I got the Garon Halloween box, Garon Stitchery Halloween box. Now, I know that they've done an unboxing on the Sunshine Stitchers, so I'm going to go ahead and do my unboxing. If you do not want to see it, or you for some reason haven't received yours yet, I would advise you to fast forward several minutes so it doesn't ruin the surprise. But I just want to give that disclaimer. These sold out in 2.5 minutes. I barely got mine because there were so many people trying to get it. It slowed down the internet. So I am thrilled with this. This is just a wonderful, wonderful box. I don't usually get mystery boxes. I think I've done an advent calendar once or an advent box, and that's really about it. But so this is just a piece of paper that explains everything that's in the box. The first Halloween box from the Crypt of Garon Stitchery. So, first up is this pattern by Erica Michaels. It's called All Hallows Eve, and it includes this chart. It includes a berry and a drum. And it was designed exclusively for this box. You can see the drum a little bit better there. So, this is great. I'm excited to work on that. Then they made a special edition. This is an 8x10 mini bag. So this is a Garon bag. It will fit the chart perfectly, the project perfectly. Here's the back. So you can see I haven't even taken out of the bag. And then they give you the Garon keychain, which is great. So you get that. It says I should take it out because I want to see what the inside fabric is. I looked at everything, but I kind of wanted to save it to show you. And I thought I might do a separate video on this, but I decided just to include it in here. Here's the inside fabric. Very cute. So this is just darling. Just darling. Okay. So then we got, this is Seraphim Fabrics. It's called Timber Wolf. It's a 30, well, you had a choice of 32 count or Ada box, and I got the 32 count linen. So when I first got it, I thought, oh, this fabric's so cute. It has little skeletons on it. No. No, it doesn't. But it is this beautiful, again, what is this called? This is called Timber Wolf by Seraphim. So this is what we stitched the pieces on. So that is wonderful. That's a beautiful fabric. That will be good practice of stitching on darker fabric, I think, for me anyway. So we got that, and this is a, I don't know, fat quarter, maybe, size. And then we got some felt. This is just black, or wool. Get my chart here. Finishing fabric, wool finishing fabric from Weeks Dye Works. It's an 1/8 of a yard. Yes, fat quarter was the Seraphim fabric. This is an 1/8 of a yard of wool from Weeks Dye Works for finishing. We got, I'm not going to pull this out of the bag, but this is all the called for floss for the project. So it includes DMC and Weeks Dye Works. So it's all in this cute little pouch. There are, oh, here. So we got another bag of little finishing items. So these are just pins. This is by Just Another Button Company. These are the pins. There's a ghost. There's Dracula and Frankenstein's monster, I guess. This wasn't Frankenstein the doctor. We got a needle. This is this is a Pat Carson's favorite needle, size 26, which is exactly what I use. Those are my favorite needles as well, so that works out. We got 2 charms. I love how they did this. They took Gary's favorite green, DMC green, which I don't know the number. I'm sorry, Gary. And they attach these 2 little charms that go on the finished project. So it's vampire lips and then a little ghosty ghost. I just think this is a really creative, as I drop it, I just think this is a really creative way to kit these up. And then we got a piece of ribbon here for finishing. I think this is probably for the berry, maybe, I'm guessing. Okay, and so that's what was in this little bag. Look how cute these little bags are. It feels like, it really does. It feels like this is my trick or treat, you know? And you get a Halloween box from Garon Stitchery. So, that's that. We got the needle. Twill tape is what it was called. I called it ribbon. It's actually called twill tape. Berry toppers. These are by Filigree Embellishments. It's antique bronze. These are for the berries. You see them? Okay. So they go on top of the berries, and there's a couple in there. I don't know if you can tell. There's a small one here and then a larger one here, and you put it on top of the berry for finishing. We have a thread keep. This is from My Big Toe, designed just for Garan, which is gorgeous. And look, they have the numbers all around each hole. So if you don't know what this is a thread keep. So you put your threads for your project in each hole, and then you can number it on the pattern if you want. Like, say, number 1 is DMC 310, number 2 is 939, whatever it is. And then you can reuse it, which is great. So I love this. This is so gorgeous. And then this is the Garam emblem, signature brand thing. My words are not with me today. I'm so sorry. You know what I mean. It's their signature. You know what I mean. I don't know where my words went. That's a Garan. Oh, that, yes. And then we have a needle minder. Jerry Tuffers. Oh, I'm sorry. That wooden needle minder was not from My Big Toe. This is the thread keep from My Big Toe that was designed just for them. So there's 2 types. So there's the wooden one, and then there's this one where you just put, so you can see it's you put your threads on the ring here. So isn't that cute? And this was designed just for them. Just for the box. Let's see. There, you can get an idea of what it is, what it looks like. Very cute. I like these. I don't think I might have one somewhere. I like them a lot. I just like this, how they feel. Like, this is such a good quality one. Okay, so that was the My Big Toe thread keep. And then in this little package, again, doesn't it look like Gary? It looks like Gary. We got a little needle minder. And I don't know if they're all the same or not, but mine is a little witch riding her broom, and there's a little cat. It's kind of hard to see. There's a cat at the back of the broom riding with her. So we got that as well, and I think that is everything. So I loved this box. I loved how everything was stitching related, everything related to the project, right? So you have this whole kit, and you can finish the whole project, every piece of it. So I am thrilled. From what I've seen online, people loved it. They asked us not to show or share anything until today, Sunday, so that people would have time to get it in the mail. So I am thrilled. I hope they do these again. And I'm not even a Halloween stitcher, really. I mean, I know I'm starting to become, but Halloween's not my favorite holiday, but I loved everything in this box. So I'm very, very excited. I told them they need to do a Christmas box next year. So we'll see if they're able to do that or not, but I'm thrilled with it. So thank you so much to Garan Stitchery for I mean, it's so much work procuring all these items and boxing them up and taping the box and shipping it out. So thank you so much to both of you and everyone who helped. I know you had people who helped you. Okay, so that's all my haul. So let's go into plans, and I'll clean up this mess later. Let's go into plans. First up, I'm going to do a Sunday spin. So now that Spring at Hawk Run Hollow is done, the next piece I'm going to be pushing for a finish by the end of this year, which I think I can do it, is going to be Spring Quakers. So Spring Quakers, so that was my other big goal for the year. This is by Rosewood Manor. This is what it will look like when it's all done. It has Valdani threads, and I'm stitching it on the called for fabric, which is something here. Here it is. It's by Picture This Plus. It's a 28 count Valor by Picture This Plus. That is the name of the fabric. And my goal, my intent at the beginning of the year was to stitch on this like about 12 hours a month every month. Now, I've missed probably 3 months so far up to this point of doing that. So this is where I'm at. I'm on page about 5 out of 9. So I'll be able to kind of focus on this and kind of push for a finish by the end of the year. I think it's doable. I think with focus, I'll be able to do that. So I'm excited about that. That will be kind of the next piece I focus on to finish by the end of this year. So that'll be 2 big finishes this year, which I'm thrilled about. And then some other smaller finishes as well. So so today is Sunday. We have 2 more Sundays left in the month. So I'm going to do a Sunday spin. Now I adjusted this is new starts. This is the one I want. My 2021 goals wheel, I adjusted. I went through my goals for the year, and we knew at the beginning of the year that I had some pretty lofty goals. And I knew at the beginning of the year I probably wasn't going to meet them all. They're not all finishes, but these are my goals. I mean, there's a lot of them. There's 40 goals. And some of them, so Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow, blocks 1 and 2 as a goal. So there's certain ones that have developed now that we're about to go into September. So the last 4 months of the year, there's certain goals that I can see are very, I don't know, they've just kind of risen to the top in terms of I really want to meet that goal. These other goals have kind of dropped to the bottom, right? In terms of I'm so far from meeting that goal, but so those are the ones that kind of dropped. The ones that I am probably not going to meet them. So these last 4 months, I'm really going to push for certain goals. So what I've done, so this is what my goal, the highlighted ones are the goals I've already met. And then the unhighlighted ones are the ones that I'm working towards still. And like I said, some of those won't get done. Now, so I adjusted my tiny decisions wheel. So I'm going to do, on Sundays, I spin to see what project I'm going to work on. I did take off a bunch of projects of goals that I just don't think are going to realistically be met. And instead of making progress on those, at this point where I'm at in the year, I just have the ones that I realistically want to get done or meet the goals on, if that makes sense. So I'm going to use this as my Sunday spin. So there's 2 more Sundays left. So I will work on that piece either until the goal is met and respin next Sunday, or I think all these are pretty big, so I don't think I would finish. I don't think I would finish any of them today, is basically. So Sunday spin. So let's see what piece we're going to work on, and then I'll go grab it. Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. All right, so my goal on Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. Well, let me go grab it, and then I'll tell you about my goal. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. I have my Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow in my Garon bag. Look at this inside. Look at this plaid. I love that plaid. So, Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. We're never resting. No rest on Hawk Run Hollows here. So this is what it will look like. I have the top border done. I'm not sure how far I am actually. So we'll take a look at this in a minute. This you're going to see a lot of next year because this will be my goal piece for next year to finish just like I did spring at Hawk Run Hollow. This will be the piece for next year. So I hope you're not tired of seeing Hawk Run Hollows. And again, it's on 32 Count Vanilla Latte by Stitch Me. And here's where we're at. So the top border is done. It looks like block 1 is done. And I have the very top line of block 2 border done. So basically, my goal on this for this year was to get the first 2 blocks done. So basically, this will just give me a head start. I have it plotted out for the rest of the year, like how to meet these goals, and along with the magazine monthly challenges. My WIP Go board is just kind of falling apart at this point. There are some that will still double up, and if I end up meeting all my goals and I have a bunch of time left over at the end of the year, then sure, of course, I'll go back to WIP Go. But I really want to focus on, I want to get block 2 done, because with block 2 done, I will still have 10 blocks to do next year, which is far more than I did with spring at Hawk Run Hollow. When I started this year, I think I had maybe 3 or 4 blocks already done. So, and these blocks, you can see a lot of them are, well, I guess they're not. They kind of vary in terms of fullness. Each block is 92 by 92 stitches, But this one, block 2, you can see has a lot of stitching with that barn and the pumpkin plot there. This one is almost full coverage. So it'll be good to work on this. So I'll work on this both Sundays this month, and that will be good. Because that will help me get a head start on meeting that goal of finishing block 2 this year. So I'm happy about that. So I will work on that. That will be my Sunday spin. Autumn at Hawthorne Hollow today and next Sunday. And then it's still Robin's birthday month, and for the magazine monthly challenge, Robin picked, she got to pick the theme and the acrostic word, and the theme was birds. She loves birds. So I'm going to have a new start. I haven't had a new start since April, if you can believe that, which does make me think a little bit, maybe I could do no new starts, but I'm not going to try. But this is called Early Bird Bouquets. This is designed by Felicity Hall, and I'll show you what magazine it's in. So there are a trio of birds in teacups with flowers, which I love. And I'm just going to start up here at the top with the first one. I plan to stitch all 3. I have everything kitted up and ready to go. This is in the April 2019 Cross Stitcher magazine. I think this is a UK magazine. So, and I think you can probably still get this digitally anyway, or look on eBay. So I'm going to start up there with the first one. I have my fabric, I have my threads all ready to go. I'm stitching each of these on, it's a 28 count antique white Lugana. And so I will do, my goal on that is 6 hours. So I'll do that Monday and Tuesday of this week. And then for the rest of the month, except for next Sunday, which I'll do Autumn at Hawthorne Hollow, the rest of the month will be Spring Quakers. Which Spring Quakers is on my acrostic as well. So it's on my acrostic. I didn't write down. So the acrostic is sunflowers. And I have Spring Quakers down under the U on sunflowers, U for unfinished. I kind of cheated on that one a little bit. R for Rosewood Manor, the designer, and S for Spring Quakers. Early Bird Bouquets, the early bird is the theme, but it's also the F for flowers. So 3 hours for each of that. And then Spring Quakers, my goal is 12 hours a month, but I'll do more than that this month. Okay. Is that everything? So that's the plan. Now, next Saturday, I plan to film on Saturday, will be the end of the month. So we will be looking at September plans. And if you haven't heard already, in my last video, I talked about what Robin and I are planning for a magazine monthly challenge for September. We have an AB Singo. It's like a bingo game throughout the whole month. So if you would like to join us, we would love to have you. It's very simple. We have a bingo board with 25 squares. You have 25 letters of the alphabet. We omitted the letter S just to make it a challenge for you. And you figure out how pieces can fit in with the letter of the alphabet. And each day I will do a random draw, a random letter, and you stitch 100 stitches or 1 hour on that piece. But we can talk more about that again next week. But I think that's all I have for you today. Sorry I feel a little bit scattered. I'm very excited to have Spring at Hawthorne Hollow done. And thank you all for your comments so far on Facebook about it. It's been wonderful. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. Bye.